Welcome to Smacky's Garage. Today we're going to be fixing the driver's seat in my 1969 Mustang. Alright, let's talk about the driver's seat in this car. I don't know if you can tell, but I am actually sitting forward and I am leaning to the right. I believe the seat's actually broken back here and it's causing it to lean. Or potentially something's bent, so I got to figure that out. What we're going to do in this video is we're actually going to take the seat out of the car and we're going to end up putting it up onto the table and we're going to take it apart. I've never done this before, so it's not really a how-to, it's more of, hey, here's what I'm going through. So watch along. If you have some upholstery work to do or seat work to do, take a look and maybe it'll help you out. So to remove the seat from the car, you're going to have 4 nuts you need to remove, and they're going to be typically behind dust covers. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. With these 4, you should be able to take them out and the seat should just lift straight out and away. So let's go ahead and take it apart. So if you look at the seat, there's a track, there's 2 independent sliders on it, so they're always going to stay in line. They might click in different locations, but the problem wasn't the seat. The seat was not square in the back on the inside. So one of the things that I'm immediately noticing when looking at the seat is that there's actually, looks like this project might be easier than I expected. There is what might be a missing screw there. Looking at this here, I'm expecting there's supposed to be some sort of cover on it that holds it in place. So I think one of the things I'm noticing right away is probably that is not the correct bolt for that location. There's no nut on the other side, and it looks extremely long for the place it is. Okay, looking inside the seat, you can see there's a shoulder bolt, which is that bolt that we were playing with, on the other side, and it's moving when I move the seat up and back. There's no nut on it, so it's not really secured. So my guess is it's the wrong bolt in this seat for this application. So let's take a look at one of the other seats. So I do have these 2 seats here as spares that I can work from. So I'm going to take one of them apart and I'm just going to look to see what bolt is actually in there. So already doing an inspection of the other seat, I don't know, you can see the same brackets. Everything looks the same, except this one has a cover on top of it. So we're going to go ahead and take that out and see what's under there. So you see the difference. Original over here, we have a spring clip, push clip with a dowel and a pin. Don't know how it's secured on the other side yet. We'll figure that out. On this side, we have just a bolt that someone put in. I'm going to have to take that out and figure out how to replace it, how to secure something in. But we could see that this was obviously something temporary someone did to just make it work for themselves. I'm also a little bit concerned that there is 2 holes drilled in here, where we only see 1 over here. So I'm wondering if someone actually modified this to go here. Why? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. This makes me feel good about been driving this car for the past few years. Yeah, so we can obviously see how this one's been modified. Someone did drill that hole in there. You can see the marks around it. And then that hole originally had the pin. Because it's pivoting on this location here, that's the reason why it was not holding correct. So we're gonna have to figure out how to fix this. All right, so I'm trying to shift it this way. It's not moving. I'm gonna try taking out this bolt, these bolts here. See if it gives me any more play. And maybe I can shift it around. Look, this one is a pin too. To be able to get in here and see kind of what is broken, I actually need to peel back some of the seat cushion or the seat cover. So to do that, I'm gonna have to take off the tracks. To take off the tracks, there's gonna be 2 bolts that I need to remove on either side. I'm gonna start with one side, and they use inverse Torx or E10 sockets to be able to take them out. Now with these 2 bolts out, I need to cut the hog rings. And then peel this back to take a look. So let's go ahead and cut them. So here are the hog rings that are holding the seat cover onto the frame itself. I need to cut these out so I can peel it back and take a look. So I got a pair of diagonal cutters. I'm gonna go ahead and cut them. All right, so what I'm noticing as I'm pulling this apart is the seat, there was a pin there at some point, it broke off. Someone tried to fix it by putting a bolt in there and just didn't secure it on the other side. My theory of why they used a bolt and why they drilled another hole is the hole that's there right now is too large for the bolt. So if they were to reuse that, there'd be a lot of extra slop and it'd be flopping around. So they drilled one of another size, did a different location that would fit. Maybe they wanted to get back to it at one point and fix it correctly. So what we're gonna have to do here, we're gonna fix it correctly. Unfortunately, that won't be on this video because I need to buy another seat frame. Both of the passenger side seat frames that I have will not work for this vehicle. I can't just take it and replace it as I'd like to, but so I'm gonna have to buy another one. They sell them on National Parts Depot, a lot of different locations. So I'm gonna end up purchasing another one or replacing it. There's gonna be a part 2 of putting the seat back together. So make sure you subscribe so you can see the final product when it's finished. Thanks for tuning in today on Smack's Garage. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I have a lot of interesting videos coming up where I actually bought a new steering wheel for the car, an original reproduction wheel, so I'm going to be installing that this week, and a bunch of other small projects. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.